Thank you for clicking in this afternoon on ETBU Extra. Hi, I'm Mike Newton along with Jason Souls. We're live from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas. If you want to come and eat lunch with us each Wednesday in Marshall at CC's, the buffet, including the drink, is only $5. We're now joined by the head volleyball coach of East Texas Baptist University, Lindsay Mash. And Coach Mash, how are you doing today?
Doing well.
I noticed this week that one of your players has been recognized in the conference as the Player of the Week. Talk about your senior.
Yes, Daisy Lanu was recognized from her matches this past weekend and is definitely well-deserved. She really had two great, solid matches. Not only was she very good at the net blocking, which she typically is, she was also very good offensively for our team, had a very high hitting efficiency for us.
Tigers on a great roll on volleyball court right now. I'm not going to mention the win streak. Go to the ETB website and find out for yourself, because I don't want to jinx anything, because you got some very important matches coming up we'll talk about in just a moment. The whole key is to win the conference or lead in the conference so you can host a tournament. So let's go back to last weekend and talk about the matches that you had on the trip out west. It was good to you.
It was good. Yeah, we played Hardin-Simmons on Friday evening, and they're a tough team in their home gym. They had, I think prior to this season, they'd had like 55 games at home won. And so we knew we were going to get a tough match, and the first set they really played us well, gave us a great match, and then after that we really just started playing well, and we definitely controlled game, set 2 and set 3, and again, Daisy had a huge match that night, and they really just could not stop her, and then everybody else just played really well in their roles, so that was a great win. And then we played Howard Payne on Saturday, and we let set 3 slip up a little bit on us, but responded well in set 4, and beat them 25-8. So, any win on the road is a win that we're going to take right now.
So Friday you played an evening game against Hardin-Simmons, and you turn around and make the hour drive to Brownwood. How quick is that for your team to bounce back to play that morning?
Well, it was. I mean, having an 11 o'clock, they had lots of events going on, and so they kind of asked if we could move up. And, of course, we were, willing to help out. And so it was a quick turnaround. I mean, I think we got in about 10 by the time they showered, went to bed. It was probably 11, and then we were back up to be at the gym for a practice at 9. So, it was quick, but they did well.
Jason, Coach.
I was going to talk about that one you guys let get away on Saturday. It seemed like after the first game at Hardin-Simmons, cruising, winning every, set by 10 points, and then you let that one slip up. What did you say to make them so mad that they would do that to Howard Payne in the fourth game? 25-8. We've seen that score a couple times this year, but it's really tough to beat a team like that.
Well, just had to get them a little bit, just kind of a wake-up call, I guess. They were kind of started slipping into just going through the motions a little bit, I guess because the first 2 sets kind of came easy, and they gained some momentum and just, made some good plays, and we just couldn't put the ball away. And so anyway, I had to rip them a little bit to get them going for set 4, but they already knew, okay, what are we doing? We got to get it back together here, so.
Well, you got UT Tyler coming up, and then Mary Hardin Baylor. Obviously, those are going to be 2 tough contests. They will, for the most part, that'll kind of determine whether or not we're going to be hosting the conference tournament.
Yeah.
Talk about your preparation for those games. Do you take them one at a time? Do you look at them as a pair that we got to be good over, 6 to 10 sets, and how does that work?
Right. Well, I mean, our biggest thing all year long is one game at a time. Don't even look towards anybody else. And we've really been trying to do that because Tyler they're no joke this year. I mean, we were able to handle them pretty easy at our home, but I don't think that that's what we're going to get on Tuesday. And, they're fighting for a pretty high, seed right now in the conference tournament as well. So, they're not going to just back off to us because we're sitting in 1. They're going to want to knock us down. And so we're definitely looking at just one match at a time.
Conference standings are very tight right now going into the final 3 matches of the season. University of Mary Hardin Baylor and ETBU at the top with identical 11-1 conference records. Then UT Tyler, which you talked about, 10-3. Then Texas Dallas 9-4. Concordia 6-6. Hardin-Simmons 6-8. Laterno 3-9. Sulross State 1-11. McMurray, who is not yet back in the conference, they're 0-0 in conference, but 17-6 on the year. So you got to deal with them when they get back into the conference.
Yeah.
And then Howard Payne still looking for that first conference win. This Saturday, you play Sulross State. They come to the gym, down the totem pole, so to speak. We don't want to have a letdown, do we?
No, absolutely not. The great thing about Saturday is it's our last home game in the regular season. We're honoring 3 of our kids as seniors, and we are also doing a Dig Peek event, which raises awareness for breast cancer. And so there's a lot of exciting things going on, and just the fact that we're back in Ornelas is always fun. So I think the girls will be ready, and I definitely don't think they're going to, let Sul Ross slide by us.
Well, before we talk about the upcoming matches and what you need to do to win and let's host the conference tournament,
Right.
Why did you get involved in Dig Pink and that cancer awareness?
Well, I mean, honestly, it has been something that has sort of started evolving in volleyball over the last probably 10 years. And so our conference, probably 5 or 6 years ago, started, okay, let's host and have Dig Pink matches. And when we were East and West in the conference, we would have crossovers, and each crossover would be a Dig Pink event. And so, this year we were kind of allowed to go out and choose something different if we wanted, but we wanted to keep with that just because it is such a prevalent thing, especially with women, and so it's good for our young girls to be learning about it and being aware of it, and then just trying to spread the
And to
news.
help out, to find a cure for cancer.
Oh, absolutely. And we decided this year, we've sent before to the actual Breast Cancer Foundation, but Janae and the softball team have set up an ETBU Cancer Fund to help anybody on our campus that would need some help that have been diagnosed with cancer. And so we decided all the proceeds we make from our T-shirt sales are going to go into the ETBU Fund this year to help just our community. So.
In case you're not aware, the East Texas Cancer Fund, started by the Lady Tiger softball team. They raise money, and this fund is used with employees of ETBU, family of ETBU. So when they get that diagnosis of cancer or going through chemo, there's always added expenses. In that fund, through a committee, they dish out money. I've been a recipient with my family before.
Yeah.
My father-in-law just passed away with cancer, and when he got that check, it brought him to tears. And he
Yeah.
called me and said, "Why did they do this?" And I
Right.
said, "Just because they care."
Yeah.
And so to be a part of Dig Pink Saturday it kind of takes the game bigger, means the game's bigger.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're happy to be able to contribute to that fund because again, it's going to go out there and it's going to help somebody that's within our family on campus. So.
Okay, let's talk about the next 3 matches ahead. Let's take them one at a time. You
I
got
like
Sul
to jump
Ross.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Do what?
I like to jump ahead.
Okay.
I know. No.
You got Sul
Yeah.
Ross State coming in to Ornelas Gym.
Right.
First of all, let's highlight those players you'll be recognizing, the seniors that you will
Yeah.
recognize before that match.
Okay, well, we have two true seniors, which are going to be Kayla Taylor and Daisy Alanu. And Kayla Taylor's been a setter for our program for the last 4 years. She's ran the floor, has been a great player for us, has really matured every single year, and is setting the ball very, very well for us. She's a nursing major and has had to go through the struggles of time management with nursing and playing a sport, and has done an incredible job with that. So she's going to be one that will definitely, all 3 of these are going to be ones that are hard to replace, but she's definitely going to be one. And then Daisy Alanu, of course, has been a crazy presence for our team at the net. She is one that teams can't look past because she's so big at the net and is such a blocking force for us. And honestly, her offense this year has become something that the teams are really having to figure out how to stop because she's just so athletic for her size. I think we list her as 6 foot on the roster, but she's really like 5'9". But she just jumps like she's 6 foot. So anyway, she's going to be, one that's going to be hard to replace as well. And then Colby Sharp is actually a junior in the program, but is graduating early. And
3 years to get her degree.
Which is
wow,
impressive.
which is impressive, a student athlete to be able to do that.
It is. We're going to be sad to not get that final year from her, but completely understandable. She's going to go on to PT school, and she's obviously done wonderful things for our program, and got that All-American honor last year. That's been the first, for our program history, and so her hitting efficiency and presence for our team has been one that's going to be missed as well. So.
And what a testimony to the student-athlete experience at the NCAA Division III level, that a student can come in with some academic goals
Right.
to get into physical therapy training and can do it and still play a sport that she loves.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is so doable here at ETBU. And, it is one of those we tell our kids, you can go achieve whatever you want. You just have to have time management. But there's no reason you can't still play a sport here and be involved and make a contribution like so many of our kids have. So.
All right, you're at the fun part of your schedule. The last three matches, University of Mary Hardin Baylor, Texas Tyler, Texas Dallas, ETBU, all fighting for that spot at the top.
Right.
In your mind, have you got it worked out what you need to do to end up being number one in the conference to host?
I mean, yeah, it definitely obviously comes down to like what other people are doing also. But the most wonderful thing about where we're at in the schedule is that on Saturday at the end of Sul Ross game, after all matches are played on Saturday, we should have a pretty good idea of what we for sure have to do. In my mind, we don't mess around, and we just need to finish out 4-0 this next week. That's what I keep preaching to the kids. We don't want to depend on anybody losing or winning for us to be able to host. We want to just win out and take care of business. So that's definitely what we're shooting for. But yeah, it's going to be a big week, and it's on the road, and we really got to step up.
Jason, you got a question for Coach?
To back up, we were talking about those seniors and what it was like. It wasn't that long ago that you were out there playing.
Yeah.
What is it like, the emotions of a senior day, knowing this is the last time you're going to suit up, especially how special Ornelas has been to this group of ladies?
Well, that is definitely an emotional thing, and one that you have to go through those emotionals of being sad and then like immediately going out and starting and playing. So yeah, it's going to be a tough day for them, but we've got lots of family coming in, and we're doing a big cookout out back with all of our team's parents and family, and so I think it's going to be a special day for them. But yeah, it's going to be a tough day for all.
Visiting with Lindsay Mash, the head volleyball coach of East Texas Baptist University. Last regular home game of the year, Saturday at 2 p.m. against Sullivan State. We hope there's more conference tournament maybe. And after that, they play the University of Texas at Tyler on Tuesday. Then Friday, University of Mary Hardin Baylor, games on the road, and then finish up the year at Concordia in Round Rock on November 1st. Keep your eyes glued to etbsports.com to see how the Lady Tigers do and see how they end up. Coach, best to the Tigers this Saturday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach.
All right. Lindsay, thank you for your time as always. Each Wednesday on ETBU Extra. Hope to see you out at Ornelas this Saturday at 2 p.m. It's a big peak game to bring awareness to breast cancer and also to raise funds for cancer research and the ETBU Cancer Fund. Well, coming up next, our final segment on ETBU Extra, we'll talk Tiger soccer, so don't go away. More from Cece's Pizza in Marshall, Texas in just a moment.